Hello everyone, Katie here, and this is August that we're going to get into next. A little refresher. This is my Sterling ink sticker project. I am filling up a 2025 planner with 2024 stickers, both all of Sterling ink. Yeah, and so far we've gotten halfway through the year here, over halfway. And it's been a lot of fun. What I'm mainly doing is trying to play with layouts and how I can change them up and do them differently and use up all of these 2024 stickers that I felt I wanted at the time to all go in sequence. And I love the fact that, well, this is a 25 right there because it is. It's actually the extra January month, but I wanted to be able to see all these sets next to each other kind of as an art piece. And so, yeah, I've been going through and pretending to kind of be different versions of myself and also revisit dreams that I've had over the years of being an artist or a photographer or a pianist in one of these and a writer. And this last one, I'll have them all linked below. I was working at a a wildlife sanctuary. And so that was a lot of fun to go through. So now we're in August. And August is coming up here. I didn't mean for these to be quite a month apart, but they're kind of coinciding with what I'm doing here. And we are at the end of July. Today is July 21st, just to kind of give some perspective. But I am going to film this over, usually it takes me about a week to put this all together because it is, let's see, it'll be 4 spreads this time. Last time it was 5 spreads. So it will end actually on the 31st. So it's just 4. And I thought I would film just putting stickers down. So I want to remember also, last month I did not. I just left the 2 primary stickers. This one I did put some extra stickers on. I had a lot of those. And this I kept it. It's just kind of personality based, but this is a beautiful sticker kit. I have to say the August, it's so pretty with all of the, so it says like Athens in there. It's definitely a travel. Heathrow is on there. So I'm just kind of taking hints of that. And I'm not going to reveal which persona I am doing quite yet. Because I have to kind of settle into it after the stickers are on there. So I have, oh, this got stuck while I'm just sitting here. So this was just a leftover bit that was on there. I'll just take it off. So this was, these, where did this go? I think I used it some other time because this is here. Let's take stock here. It's not this. This was a separate sticker altogether. So this is a washi. This is a vinyl. And it is going to be a mix of washi and vinyl here. So I broke one rule. And that was not to get any more stickers for this book. This is only a book that I'm using up what I have. And I kept all of the empty sticker paper so that I can show you at the end. But because I really wanted to play with where the dates fell, I did go ahead and buy 3 of these. We'll see how much I use up. But this one in particular for August, I really want to play with the layout a whole lot. I have done some that were like here where I have all the days on this side. The key with this one is I do not have any days of the week stickers. Finally, I've used a lot of them up. I might have a few, that might have been all of them, actually. I might have stopped buying them. But I really played with like writing long things and mixing up where the weeks were in June. So it's kind of going to be like that. I want to do some more writing because I feel like this is like travel writer. There's a desk here. And I definitely feel connected to this more now living in Europe. I feel like, now I haven't been to Greece yet. I have been to Heathrow, but yeah, so I thought what I could do was just film this with a little bit of music, just putting all the stickers down. And I am going to white out the dates and redate it, but I want to put stickers first. Now I haven't up until this point, used any extra markers. No, I did some highlights here. These highlights were for categorization of what to do. That was really nice and clean. Some highlight here to designate what I was doing. I think I want to bring a highlighter back into this. I did highlight here, didn't I? Okay, so, because I've forgotten what I've done. That was a highlight to designate things. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'll pick out a highlighter. I think I have this pink is a little bit cooler pink. I think I have one. This is actually kind of a warmer orangey, and then there's some green. I don't think I'll pick blue at all, but I think I have one here. And yeah, there's some warm spots in here, but because there isn't any pink, well, there's a little bit. There's a little bit. So I think I'll do that. I'll get my pink Tombow. I think it's an 800 or 840. I just used it and put it back. So one's a little cooler. And I'll get this stickered up, get the highlights on. I might even renumber. But that's as far as I'll take it for the first part. And then I'll do all the writing in it and kind of form what the persona is and then finish up from there. So you'll hear some music while I put all this together. So I'll catch you on the other side. Okay, I'm back. I got all the dates done. They're gone. And I have all the stickers down. And I just wanted to space them out so that I could write around them. And it feels good. It feels kind of balanced. I wanted this one to be kind of, well, looks a little crooked, but like if you were to step out these doors, that would be an outside like eating area. And then I went back to the month and put just a couple on here, just to have something on here. And then there were two little tiny guys that I put on there too. So now comes like the story of all of how does this all fit together. So that will be my next part. And I found my 800 here. This is the cooler one. So what I'm figuring out next is putting the dates on. So I will use, it starts on the 4th, because this was the 3rd over here. Starting on the 4th and going through the 31st, redating this so that it'll still be the full week, but I'm just trying to figure out where the dates are going to go and how that will kind of go on. Like I could use 2 columns. I mean, there's 7 columns. So, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. So that's why I take a break. And it's 2 different things, right? There's decorating and just prepping everything. And then there's the filling in part, which is kind of a mental thing. So, which I'll probably do off camera because there's going to be a lot of writing. It's going to be like June where it's going to have more writing like this. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. And yeah, my next part is just using these 2 to get dates in and to kind of, I think what's going to happen though is I'm going to start writing and then date it to see how far I go with it. I think that's what's going to happen because this is outside my comfort zone, but I did use all of these. I'll put these all in my empties, I guess. And I think I'll leave it there. And so, yeah, when you see the next cut, it'll probably be filled out. Hi, everyone. I'm back, and I really don't know how the last video went because it's been a couple weeks, I think. This process took a lot longer than I thought it would. Yeah, I decided to take kind of a journal approach to it, and I love how it turned out. But it was a lot of work just forming the story and forming, you know, who I was within all of this persona that travels to Greece and goes back to London. Even though I write in American English, I did not put U's in my colors, behavior, that kind of thing, because I couldn't keep track of it. But still, you know, in the essence of this, I am myself where I was born. And I do know a few of these personas are connected to London and here and there. So this one, I don't think I'm spending a lot of time there. I am like a travel writer going around. I also do like some small illustrations and photography that go along with the articles. And so I take photography along the way. I then sketch some of that out. I use that as like resource material to do some watercolor. I love to do watercolor. I just don't do enough of it. I did bring some here. I think I need a palette and some new brushes, but I have my paints and paper here. Anyway, that's kind of what reminded me of it. And I spend a week in 4 different spots in Greece. The first is Athens. Next one is Hydra, Santorini, and Corfu. So I hope I'm pronouncing them correctly. That's the American way of saying it anyway. And I had watched some travel vlogs of some of these areas, not all of them, but I watched, how they hopped around from island to island and how each of them feel a little different. And so I tried to also incorporate what the stickers were kind of saying here and there, like spending time under an umbrella and going to a flea market. I mean, you can pause and try to read some of this, but it actually is like a story. But I've also was trying to play with the layout. So here was kind of like a couple big sections and then a couple columns like this. I thought I would be doing little drawings throughout like my last one, and I just didn't. This was the very first one. And then I just stopped. I felt like I just wanted to write, and especially like with the writing desk. And a lot of these stickers of the kind of painted pastel buildings are very much Corfu inspired. I mean, it could be also Italy, but there was definitely some synergy there. And there was all sorts of things throughout here. There was, finding little treasures along the way, some ceramics, some paintings, exploration, swimming. And so just to like layout wise, just kind of randomly using columns. I thought about writing something here, but I just don't know what would go there. I could see maybe like a couple little notes, but I just didn't. I mean, my hand was tired by the end of this, but I don't know. You could definitely fill up these two spaces, but then on the next ones, I actually wrote all the way over. And Santorini has a caldera type formation in their land formations there. And then I didn't realize that that's kind of what was built in here. When I was writing was kind of this curved area. So I liked how that came out. Getting up early, sleeping in late, having writing days on a lot of Wednesdays, and meeting cats and finding out the cats' names, exploring the neighborhoods, and also I visited a market here and then find out if I was so inspired by the food at the market that I looked up, to see if there were any cooking classes in the area, did score one, went to one here, and talked all about like bringing the ingredients, cooking them, preparing them, and sitting around with 8 of us that were out on this tour. And so not tour, this like cooking class day into night. So I don't know. I do very much enjoy like the fantasy of thinking about some of these. I actually, through some of this, am making some plans. I'm wondering if Corfu is going to be one of them. I just had a friend who visited about a month or so ago, and I want to kind of pick her brain about it. There are some direct flights, but I think they're summer flights. But I don't know. I think, just thinking about this, maybe Santorini, we'll see. But yeah, I wanted to play with all horizontal on this side, a bunch of verticals here, kind of randomness here of just kind of writing around things and how it like goes up to the next page. This was a little bit more structured, as was this one, but the last two, I just kind of let it go because there's 7 days. You can't do 3 and 3 unless you just want to do 6 days a week. And then this one, I just kept to like the 2 columns and then let it, well, I didn't let that one go up. This one did. This one spanned, but then these were kind of lined up. So I do like this full look here. And I tend to have like a few things I might add here and there, you know, after I'm done with this. And this may be one area. It may be that I do another section here and then I get inspired about what I could put there. It's only these two little spots. And the only thing I have thoughts of maybe jotting down something down there, what it would be, I don't know. And then I was able to fill out the monthly here, and let's see, I had just the last couple that I was going to fill out here. So I wanted to do like just like a couple words a day. Let's see, I was trying to remember between these last couple days here. And there's one more thing I want to like go over here, because there's a summary here that really kind of sums up how I looked at this entire process. So, oh, there was some more edits here. So that's the cooking class edits, and then on my own, and then the flight home. So I just kind of liked keeping it, again, a word a day, meeting with the editor, pick up last supplies, packing, and then flying out. And then each week I just was like, that is, the assignment is that there's 4 weeks in Greece, and then I'm having this, I don't know if it's just released weekly or as a lump sum, I don't know, and I don't really care, but it's like this writing assignment that has just some accents of little illustrations and photography, kind of like a journal. So what I found in this area here was, as I finished up my assignment, it says, I woke up so satisfied with the trip. My editor wanted a few more things, and then by this evening I was done. And then I woke up and felt the freedom of the last 2 days to myself. All the photos, illustrations, and writings were done. So if I wasn't traveling for someone, what would I want to do? I said wander without capturing. I mean, if there was something that was worthy of putting on my own walls, or a memory that I didn't want to lose, you know, I could take pictures, but I would use my phone and not the camera. I felt lighter and closer to everyone around me. Carrying a camera can put up a wall between people. I stopped on a bench and pet some cats. I chatted with a couple of store owners. I went down to the water and put my feet in, and I watched all the different kinds of people taking the ferries. Some were in a rush, and it was their daily rhythms. Others would stop as they left the boat and would look around and take it all in. I took the long way back and found a small restaurant and got some takeout. And I call it takeout. I know. In the UK, I'm trying to remember. It's not called takeout to go. There was something in it different, and it's not coming to me. I need to look that up. And then I came back to my room and ate cross-legged on the bed with the windows open. So that's the kind of stuff I wrote about throughout. I really did. I put on some like really chill music without words, because I can't write words and listen to them. So just some ambient music, and just kind of pretended I was there for all of these days. And it was fascinating. I really enjoyed it. I felt a little like I was there, but it made me much more curious about going. But I also wanted to see, what would it be like to take an A5 and just journal away. So I feel like I'm pretty done. It does feel better to have used like this column over here. I don't really see these numbers very much, but every once in a while, like there's a little 4 right here. There's something I was writing down in this area, and the 12 kept getting in the way. I think it was like right here. or in here. There was something. Oh, there's a little 12 right here. I don't remember where it was, especially that it was, I thought I was trying to erase it and realized it was just a number under there. Was it this one? Maybe. So I don't know if this gives you any kind of ideas, but that's the purpose of doing this, is like getting ideas about how and where you can use the style, and that you can change things up. Again, I have all the previous months. I was going to say weeks, but they're technically months, up in the playlist. And for September, now that it's actually going to be September soon, I feel like I may just do these once a month because I have a lot of other things going. So at first I was really getting through the school year, the whole year. But this time I feel like I need to slow down and kind of take things in. This was a lot of ink on here. I love how it feels. That's why I keep going back and forth. This is erasable pen. And so I can feel, I mean, it's like a ballpoint. It's like a gel tip. And you can feel all the impressions. But I think for September, I'm going to simplify it some more. Because of my recent switch to a new planner, I'm seeing if it sticks. I don't know. In a month, I will know better. But I'm kind of inspired by a like fresh start in a new planner and fresh start here, and like how, because I'm kind of switching back to sterling ink now, like I feel like I need to be a bit more realistic. So this one may be much, much closer to my real life. But yeah, this persona was a lot of fun. Definitely going out, exploring, spending a lot of time by myself, though. My introverted self was definitely present, but going off and, doing a group activity or two in here and just exploring and writing down a lot of stuff. So I hope you enjoyed. I'm just going to put one more if you want to take any screenshots and read anything. I feel very satisfied with this. And also as I said, like I coordinated like maybe a beach day with where the stickers were. I placed the stickers first, so I didn't know what I would write, but like having this cooking class at the chef's house. So this is kind of like their house and the outdoor seating. And then going up the back alleyways here. I tried to coordinate, like here I talk about taking a picnic and doing stuff. So yeah, I tried to kind of coordinate those just to kind of keep within the theme. In your real life, that's not going to happen really that much unless you have like a sticker kit that is very close to what you are doing all the time. I mean, having coffee, going to the park, doing like kind of regular things, sure, there's probably stickers out there for that. But like a Greek vacation that shows like certain things that you're doing, it's a little more like, oh, okay, I got the stickers first and then I went on the vacation so I could match the stickers, or maybe you came across the stickers. I actually did come across quite a few Amsterdam stickers in the past year, but now that I live here, it's like I love seeing those and I want to use them more, but it's kind of like if I were to use Seattle stickers or like Pacific Northwest mountains and trees and that kind of stuff. And I would enjoy doing that because it kind of places me more as I'm writing and kind of helps me connect more. So, it's whatever you can find, right? So I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to stick around and see what I do for September, again, I'm thinking very simple, but not too sparse. Like the only thing I am looking back here is like, this feels really kind of empty. well, this, I mean, compared to this, right? Like it's a little unfair because I just used this one that had like tons of stuff. But I'm also putting these together to keep them simple as an example. It's not that I'm scheduling in so many different things, but I also, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I do want something a little bit more realistic. This one here, like this feels a little bit more realistic here, plus some writing. Here kind of feels more balanced, realistic with little drawings. I don't know. This one was too hard. I won't do that again unless I do a different flavor entirely. So if you want to see more, consider subscribing. Please consider liking this on the way out. It really helps my channel. And I'm glad to finally get this one finished. It's been sitting on my desk and I do a bit at a time, and it really was quite a lot to get through. So I don't think I would ever journal like this every day. I commend people who do it. I just cannot. I could do maybe like this much. That's kind of what I do for my 5-year diary, but I could not do this, which is very much more so like writing. I could type this much, but I couldn't write this much. I'm still trying to flex my hand a little bit. Anyway, stay tuned for more, and I hope everyone is doing well, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.